Welcome, everyone. So it's Tuesday, July 8th, and welcome to the reality show that we call the United States of America. I mean, literally, we have now turned from watching television, sports, to now everybody waits for Donald Trump's cabinet meetings, press conferences, oval meetings. Just think about. I lived in this country for 50 years before I even voted, not for the president. I mean, that's not good either. So let's not go there. But to think about the fact that now we have my 6-year-old now knows who Donald Trump, Biden is. Okay, mine is maybe a little bit bad example, but kids out there now watching politics, we are so in tune with everything that's going on. And today, we really had a big one, folks. And this is something really big. I know, and I want to preference it to it's not the point of the subject, because right now it's irrelevant that we're talking about Epstein, because yes, maybe you say, okay, some people say you gotta move on, the guy's disgusting, he's dead, there's that. I agree with you. I mean, I don't care about Epstein, but there's two things that we should care about. There are victims, and the victims do need to make sure that they get some sort of closure to this whole thing. But the one thing that I do want to talk about today is Donald Trump, and this way me and Brian are going to break it down, because nobody better than Brian Krasenstein on all these social media, especially when it comes to things pertaining to Elon, Trump wars, and Brian has some stuff that he's going to tell us that's been happening in the past couple of minutes. But let me bring you all up to speed where we're at. So, past 3 weeks ago, Donald Trump and Elon Musk get into this whole big fight. In that fight, Elon Musk puts out a tweet on X post saying something about Donald Trump and Epstein, whatever it is. I'm paraphrasing. Quickly, Donald Trump responded. MAGA went after him. He took the tweet down. Somehow, it looked like they made up. Media took up, but we spoke about, we wrote about, we said, bullshit. They did not make up. This is a volcano that's about to explode. So about a few days ago, Elon Musk comes out. About a week ago, with this big, beautiful bill, Elon Musk comes out again. This time he comes out hard. He goes full force attacking Trump. But now Trump backs down. Trump doesn't come out fighting, threatening. He's more like, hey, let Elon do. Elon's off the rails. Elon's this. I started thinking to myself, because I know Donald Trump very well, that's not Trumpish. That's not, Trump knows how to attack. He's a piranha. He's a shark. He's that python. And here he is now also giving Musk a pass, allowing him, like, when Musk announced the third America party, the third party, Trump said, it's not going to work. Really? That's how Trump responded to it? Because Trump is shitting bricks. That's what Trump is, because he realized we found that Elon found a soft spot. But here's the soft spot, because Elon Musk being in the room with Donald Trump in this past year, because being around him, being at all the meetings, being around all the mega inner circles, has been privileged to hear, or unprivileged, however you want to look at it, to hear a lot of things. And I know, because I used to be one of those people that were very close in that inner circle. And when you're in that inner circle, you hear things that you shouldn't, that you wouldn't, that you don't, but you end up hearing. So it doesn't mean that Elon Musk has the receipts, because I don't think he has, actual lists or pictures, or who knows, because, Elon Musk, with his computer savviness and getting into Doge and getting into all of their computers, they gave him the keys to the White House at some point, guys. So who knows what Elon Musk does or doesn't know, but he definitely knows enough to trigger Trump. And that's what you saw happen all of a sudden this weekend. Because what happened is Donald Trump did something that was very detrimental to him, that today we're seeing major blowback, which we're going to speak to Brian about, in his mega base. And we're not talking about some congressmen or senators that are, talking bad about him, but then voting on his behalf. We're talking about the people that voted for him. We're talking about the people that, like really, this is the first time I'm seeing a crack in the cult, not just Republicans. I'm talking about the cult that I was in, people that would literally ride or die. Today, I'm hearing them go on these X spaces and talking about, like, how dare he do that, and what is he, and blah, 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 and we'll go into it. So what he did is basically Trump ran one of his biggest promises that he ran on to his mega base, because one of the things that they concocted and made up was that the Democrats killed Epstein to cover up, because Epstein had all of this dirt, this list on the deep state. And that the first thing Trump's going to do when he comes into office is he's going to release the list. He's going to give the information. Cash Patel, the FBI, his FBI director, Dan Bongino, the deputy FBI director, Pam Bondi, the attorney general, for years have been running their own platforms on social media, on Fox TV, talking about the Epstein list. The second they got into office, the first thing they did was go on Fox News and all social media, and we have clips of it and tweets and all of them talking about how they've seen the list, they have the list, they're going to publish the list, they're going through the list. They've mentioned it so many times. It's the list, the list. Mega dying. We can't know. They didn't care about the JFK files. Mega didn't care about. They wanted this Epstein list. This is it. This is what they've been waiting for. And this weekend, Donald Trump they put out a press release. And now today you saw that Donald Trump was involved in that, basically closing off saying there is no list. There will be no further investigation. And basically, in Donald Trump's terms, is we're going to destroy everything to do with the Epstein file, and nobody will ever know what happened here.
Yeah, and you know, like it's fun to watch this happen. And you said it's like kind of the first time you see cracks in like MAGA, but like I would say there was a slight hairline crack that started forming with the big beautiful bill, and you know,
Yes, yes, yes.
but this is, I think, this is a widening gash, right? So you have first the big beautiful bill, which a lot of them were upset that we're spending more money. We're increasing the deficit by $3.4 trillion over 10 years. But this, I think, is kind of the final straw for a lot of people. And if you read the comments on X, if you read what some of his most, you know, like extreme supporters are saying, they're like, what the heck? What do you mean? What do you mean you're not going to release the lists? And what do you mean that you're now he's attacking the media? Like you said, today at the press conference, Trump attacked a reporter for simply asking, like, what about it? What about the Epstein client list? And he's like, are you seriously still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? Yes, that's what all of MAGA talked about nonstop for the last 4 or 5 years. So of course they're still asking about Jeffrey Epstein. Mostly Republicans are. Democrats are too, but mostly Republicans are the ones that, you know, some of it's probably true, these theories, some of it's conspiracy theory, but Republicans had the most conspiratorial views about it. Democrats also believe that there's something being hidden for the most part, but Republicans are the ones that are going to be the most pissed off, and that's what we're seeing right now, including even Elon Musk is getting involved.
So tell us. So first of all, tell us. I know Elon has been on a rage, and I'm going to get into it. But what has he been going? What's some of the late? How's he? Because I'm sure he's been watching this. What's some of the stuff he's been tweeting out?
Yeah, so like about an hour and a half ago, he tweeted that Steve Bannon is in the Epstein files. And then after that, this was at 2:33, so like 23 minutes ago, he posted, "How can people be expected to have faith in Trump if he won't release the Epstein files?" And
Oh,
some else
he's going hard at it.
and then he's using it for the American party. Somebody else replied and said, "Will exposing the Epstein files rank high on the American party's list?" And Elon replied, 100%. So, like, I mean, I'm guessing if an Epstein list exists, the American party will release it. You hear that, MAGA? You hear that? Trump's not, but the American party will. America party will.
I could tell you this, O'Brien. I mean, I've been hearing from my sources, and I mean, Trump is going after Elon's throat. I really, I'm curious to see if Elon is in the United States right now or somewhere while he's doing this, because I'm telling you, I would not be surprised if, like, literally any day now we hear breaking news. There's an arrest warrant issued for Elon months because we found this corruption in Doge, or he did this, or I really, I mean, like, I'm waiting for that to be the next. Like,
I wouldn't put something like that past Trump. I think the only thing that could prevent that is, like you said before, like, what does Elon know? Does Elon really know something, or is he using it, to just scare Trump, or just get him
no,
angry?
no, no, Elon. Okay, well, let me put it to you this way. I think it's not what even Elon knows, and I'm because my sources are telling me that Elon, see, has something. Trump gave him the keys to all our informational, to the whole America's information. He built those. These are his people. I mean, and they're all computer geeks. Elon basically got access to all of our systems, the back end of everything. So think about, and everything that is, we're talking about all of these Epstein files, everything, they're on some sort of system. They're on some, I mean, this is not, we're living in 2025. It's not like where there's actually a file on a piece of paper, and that's like the only piece of paper hidden somewhere where we're looking to find that paper. No, I mean, it gets put in, I mean, it's emails, so, I just knowing Trump, watching Trump's reaction today, to me, I swear to you, I was literally doing something. My head was down, and I was just listening to the press conference, just as I always do, to see what craziness, concentrating on Ukraine, some of the stuff he was on. And all of a sudden, when I heard the question, I was like, finally, somebody had enough balls to ask the question, because I'm like hearing these, layups, and then when he jumped in, Brian. When I heard his voice and not Pam Bondi's, I was like, "Rrr." I was like, I couldn't. What I'm telling you, and Elon now is pressing the pedal to the metal. Elon definitely knows where certain bodies are buried. And again, this is not, also, you have to keep in mind, it doesn't have to be 100% just about Donald Trump. There's a lot of people on that list all over the world, both Democrats, Republicans, and all kind of people that have done a lot of bad things that we are been waiting to see. That's why, like you said, even Democrats, Republicans, mostly MAGA, but there's a lot of people that Trump right now is doing business with all over the world, especially crypto and everything. So just like somebody could, influence a pardon, what's so difficult to influence that this list never gets see the light of day for a couple of $1 billion or whatever the case is? I mean, I don't know. We're talking about a crazy money, crazy world.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and this is something that's not going to go away. Like it didn't go away for the last 5 years or 6 years. It's not going to go away right now. And Trump is going to have to, people are going to keep asking him questions. And the more unhinged he seems, the more guilty he seems. And maybe Elon is onto something, right? Like, is Elon going to use this against Trump? I don't know. I think he's probably holding back for his own protection, but it's something that's going to keep coming up. Even Fox News is asking these questions. Like, what do you mean there's no client list? Pam Bondi said it was on her desk, and Kash Patel was basically guaranteeing that one existed. So, like, how can both be true? And it can't.
But this is the scary part. You see, what you're saying is 100% right. I was just doing a live with Michael Cohen, and Michael Cohen, when I said destroy that they're going to destroy for his first reaction, oh no, you know how difficult that would be to do. And I stopped him, and I want to stop you and saying, they're not asking the questions, because in this whole press conference, there was only one question asked on that subject. And as soon as Trump shut him down, everybody got scared to ask a question. And what I'm scared about is that the only person that's going to be pushing, yes, mega, which is a good thing, is going, but the media is so complicit and so scared that they're not going to be let into another press conference, because if they keep asking the wrong, there's no guarantee that their credentials don't get pulled. So their higher ups are putting them blinders on to which questions they can ask, because they're scared that Trump's going to sue them, because he's suing all of them. So you have such a restraint and on the media that's what I'm scared. They're not asking. Yeah, maybe today, maybe there'll be some what's it called, but w- I,
So yeah, I mean, I do agree with you. Like there is the intimidation factor, and especially the press conferences. But I do think that independent media will keep asking the American public, maybe not directly to Trump. And I do think, like, even Fox News and some of these other channels, I feel like they almost have to keep asking that question because people are demanding answers, and it's mostly their viewers. So we'll see. I hope you're wrong, and there are, people that keep bringing this up because, I mean, we do need answers, and we do need to address, the hypocrisy of the whole thing. Like, these were the people that were blaming the Biden administration for covering up for Democrats. It's like Epstein's best friend, as Epstein said, Donald Trump, is now covering up for Epstein. That's the biggest smoke you could ever smell for a fire. So I think this is going to continue. I think that, like you said before, the crack has formed, and it's only going to widen if this continues and Trump continues ignoring it.
Well, I'll tell you, one of the ways this needs to continue, and we have around a little bit over 700 viewers right now and subscribers. We need each and every one of you to be our megaphone, our extension of our voices here. The things that we're telling you, the things we're talking about, this is extremely important because Substack, yeah, is not just a television show that we're here reporting the news. We're here discussing and breaking down and telling you what's going out there because we're more than a community. We have become a movement. We have become the resistance here, and this is what we're doing. So that's why we need each and every one of you to subscribe to the Krasensteins, subscribe to Levremembers, our platform, subscribe if you can, become paid subscribers because that's what keeps us being able to do this. Because the news is not once a week, folks, or once a day. It's 24 hours a day. We have 3 breaking news cycles during the day that we need to get to keep an eye. And that's one of the other reasons why you are so important because he's going to go announce and do something later on today, tomorrow morning. I promise you to take the media and the whole news cycle away because just think about it. 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, we were literally in World War III. We were in a situation, then we were all of a sudden in a World War peace. Now, well, then all of a sudden, Ukraine's getting bombarded. Then all of a sudden, we have, the troops in Los. I mean, every day is something like that. So, that's part of the Trump, and that's what we talk about. That's why it's so important for each and every one of you to contribute, to go out there, to bring 3, 4 more people to this platform, to go out on different platforms that you are and spread your voice and keep asking the question. Make sure you keep asking this question: where is the list? Because, like Brian said, the one thing Brian said right now that is extremely important to concentrate. It's irrelevant what the subject is. That's how I preferenced before we even started it. But Pam Bondi, they all came out. Even Donald Trump said there is a list. The Democrats came out, said there's a list. Prosecutors that prosecuted said there's a list. Even today, Marjorie Taylor Greene came out and said, with the little black book, Gazelle Maxwell's black book, there's a list. There was a clients. Everybody acknowledged it. Where's the list? And don't let them bury it because what I'm worried is going to happen, just like what happened with Signalgate. Where are the text messages? They've disappeared, and there's no accountability. I mean, literally, there's no account. There was text messages that have been circulating on a signal chat about war plans, a strike, whatever you want to call them, and disappeared. This is where we live. So I truly believe that the Epstein list has already disappeared. But the only thing is, with technology the way it is, and does Elon have the receipts? And does it? Because if he does, and the only thing again, it's that's making me even persuade more towards it, Brian, is watching Trump's reactions. I'm not watching Elon's action because Elon could be off the rockers. You could give him a million excuses why Elon's doing it or if he's sane but watching Trump react to what Elon's doing, I'm telling you, Trump is shitting bricks.
Yeah.
Trump
No,
is
no,
shitting bricks.
I totally agree with you. Like, they just watching that press conference today, it was insane to think that, these are the people that he's replying to are his own voters. So I agree. Like, just watching his actions.
Yeah, and there's a lot more, like you said, part of where it started the cracks was the big beautiful bill. I'm saying to you that it was a major cost to Trump to push that through. Now, with this Elon Musk thing, is really killing him because right now, Brian, I want to talk to you a little bit about something I've been talking about for the past several days since even 4th of July, and saying that what I'm hearing is the next big push is going to be this thing Trump calls election reform. And something that he said it literally on the balcony, saying that my people promised me a fair election. Knowing Donald Trump, all of this stuff having to, that's another reason why I think he's being ahead of the curve with Elon right now, because he understands right now that going into 2026 right now with all the, I mean, just think about it. He's not stupid. He understands he could say it's a big beautiful bill. He could turn around and lie and say everybody loves it, but he knows that he sees the polls. He sees the Republicans, Democrats. He sees his own, he knows his own people in Congress and Senate that had a hard time passing it, all say that it's not the best thing, and but it's better than nothing. Whatever the case is, they make their own excuses. But he pushed them through, so he understands that he's going to have an issue in 2026. He understands now with this whole fight with Elon Musk, and it's not about third party or not, because people could say, well, a third party succeed. Nobody, I don't think Elon Musk is going to be running. See, when we say third party, Elon Musk is not running for president or what's it called. Elon Musk is putting a third party to be a disruptor, to be able to take votes away. So who does he take the most votes away? This is strategically. Democrats hate Elon Musk. So you're not going to see Democrats jump over to the third party, because that's like the third rail at the train. So who's he going to get? He's going to get people, either Republicans, the people that are pissed off at Trump for this beautiful bill, people that are pissed off for Trump with the, Epstein list, people that are pissed off at Trump for attacking Iran, for supporting Israel, and so on and so on. So this is what the this is what is happening right now, where Trump is really scared of, and that's why to watch what happened today, for Trump to be ahead of it, because this was a big blow for him to be able, because he had no reason to announce it. He could have literally prolonged MAGA for another 2 years easily by keep playing it off where it is. It's, we're going to get to it. It's not important, or, because one of the reasons, like they were, saying prolonging the list, if you remember, Brian, they were blaming the leftovers in the Biden administration from stonewalling them and not handing over and delivering all the information, the voluminous that they had to go through. So they could have stonewalled this thing for another. So there was no reason, and strategically, they let it out on the 4th of July weekend, on a Sunday, most dead news cycle. Nobody responded for 2-3 days. And today, Trump came out and basically screamed at a reporter and said, and shut that whole thing down. So I think there's a lot more to it with this cracks.
Oh, no, absolutely, and I think when you combine, the angry people over the big beautiful bill with the angry people here, I think you're gonna see a wipeout in the midterms if things continue, and I think we're gonna see tariffs increase inflation. We're gonna see the national debt soar. It's gonna be very difficult for Republicans to really make any ground, and they're gonna lose seats in 2026 as long as nothing major happens between now and then. Of course, a lot of major things are going to happen with Trump. But I think that Democrats are in a good position. Don't get too confident. I think protest is something that we need to keep doing around the country, especially when it comes to these immigration reforms and the laws that are being broken. But yeah, I think that the second term of Trump is proving to a lot of MAGA voters that maybe he wasn't the best selection. Of course, you're going to have the people that are still in the cult that are going to, follow him down no matter what he does. But you are starting to see the outer layers of this wrapper or this apple come apart. The skin's peeling off right now. And will it continue? I think it will.
No, I agree with you 100%. Listen, Brian, I want to thank you for coming, joining me. I know it was quick. You have a lot of things going on right now, but this press conference, I wanted us both to break it down because, and there's a lot more coming. So I want to thank you for joining us. Thanks for coming on. Make sure everybody subscribe to the Krasensteins. Put your alerts on because there's a lot of breaking stuff that's about to happen. And thanks, Brian. And I'll give you a call later on. Have a great day, my brother.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. See you, Lev.
So, guys, Brian Crassus, he's amazing. Him and his brother do so much. I mean, literally out there constantly, not just on every social media platform, fighting and getting. Last time me and Brian did our show, guys, it was about what's it called? Uh, James Comey putting out a post about 86ing Donald Trump, and literally within an hour, the Secret Service came to Ed, his brother's house, to ask him about that post that they retweeted and stuff like that. So they're true fighters for our democracy. So definitely, if you're not following them or subscribing, make sure you subscribe to them. Exactly, 8647. And for those, for my subscribers and my followers, I want to thank you for subscribing, for following. There's a lot happening right now. I just got off a live with Michael Cohen. I did one with Brian. I'm going to right now put together. I need to make some phone calls and get you a lot of stuff that's happening behind the scenes, because what is taking place right now between Elon Musk, this Epstein files, Donald Trump, is really, really pretty big, because it's like watching a boxing match and watching a boxer get hit in the jaw, and now he's stumbling. That's Donald Trump right now. What he did today, he opened up his cards and basically let us know. So now he let the window open. We have to take advantage, and make sure you put on your alerts. Make sure you guys are vigilant and stay tuned, because today and tomorrow are going to be some major news. I told you it's coming out, and also having to do with Russia and Ukraine. What you saw today, what you're watching, the press releases about all of a sudden stop missiles going to Ukraine, about how he again all of a sudden he's now mad at Vladimir Putin. To what? Just think, just all of you are smart. Just think to yourself 1 second. What changed from now to 2 weeks ago to 3 weeks ago that makes him all of a sudden be angry? I mean, it's getting old already. It's like every 2 weeks, it's like, oh, Vlad is killing people. Now it's from 5,000. We went up to 7,000. He went from 100 million that he's giving 300 million again. Again, it's the same routine, because as I told you, keep the eye on the ball. This is all distractions. And even the Epstein files, agree, definitely distractions. But it's a lot bigger than that, because we have a wild card here, folks. Elon Musk. And again, I want a preference. I don't like Elon Musk. I'm not telling you to like Elon Musk. We're not saying that we're going to bring Elon Musk and make him the savior to our democracy or our party. But Elon Musk right now is somebody that might have a lot of value in our fight against Donald Trump's his tyrancy, and to be able to save our democracy. So I'm going to use every tool possible. And with that said, that's why I go on everywhere that they give me a voice. I don't care if it's a far left group where I don't agree with, a far right group that I don't agree with. As long as they give me a platform and a place to speak, I'll come out there, because I will speak my truth, and I don't care who's listening. So I know sometimes I go on certain platforms and I see some of you saying, "Oh, Lev, why are you going on this one? He's so pro right, or this one is pro Israel, this one's pro Palestine, or this one's pro." Guys, one thing you need to know about me: I'm not on these platforms because I have nothing better to do with my life, and I want to give my opinion and want to go argue with it. That's not why I'm here. I'm here because I've been a party, and I've been unfortunate to be put in a position to know these people, be in the same room with them, and have right now an opportunity to put you informed and to be able to be part of this movement to save our democracy. And that's why I'm doing it. So I'm doing it to get the truth out. That's what I care about. That's why I'm building this platform, not to be able to build some kind of a reality show over here. And that's why I'm so passionate, and that's why I'm so sometimes I sound like a broken record, but I make sure to repeat and say, because it's very important for you guys to understand, without you I cannot do it. I don't have the Elon Musks. I don't have the big corporate machines. What I have is you, the people. And that's what Donald Trump is scared more than anything of. And that's why I want you to know he's not scared of the media. He's not. Look how he shuts them up like this. He's not scared of the DOJ, and then because look, he controls them. But the one entity he does not control is you. He doesn't control your voices. He doesn't control the people. So that's why I want to thank all of you. For those of you that just joined, for those of you that have been with me, for those of you that are thinking about it, make sure you subscribe. It's free. Become paid subscribers, contribute to Venmo at Lev-Parnas. Go make sure you visit Levremembers.com. A lot of cool stuff there. And make sure you get the book, because it's not just shadow diplomacy. You could get it on my website, or you could DM me and I will, sign it for you, send to you. But it's basically a diagram of everything that's going on right now, 4 years back, as I went through it, and you'll understand a lot of the same people, a lot of the same actions. With it now, we're going to have later today. I'm going to also have live Q&A for all our paid subscribers. So if you haven't become a paid subscriber yet, make sure you do it, because we're going to have live Q&A later on today, where you're going to ask me anything you want about all of this going on, and I'm going to give you some interesting answers. Just make sure you tune in. I'm going to post what time. I don't know exactly. There's a lot of moving things happening right now, but later today. And then we're going to do story time with Lev tomorrow. And we're also tomorrow. I have a few shows that I'm putting together right now with some people. I'll let you guys know also. I think I'm doing a show tomorrow with Wait at 3 o'clock. And then we have Unleashed on Thursday. So a lot going on, a lot to look forward to, a lot to stay tuned to. And, with all the crazy and bad stuff, today's a good day. To watch Donald Trump be rattled the way he is, we have to take our wins where we could get them. We have to take, and enjoy it, because we don't have too many days like today where it really is a true win, because Donald Trump, again, if you know boxing and you use it, he's on the rails right now. He's on the ropes. He's right now not being on the offense. He's being on the defense by doing what he's doing with uh, Epstein files. So this was a big move, and there's a lot more to break down in his oval, or a cabinet meeting, whatever you want to call it, and I will put that in a Substack letter later on to you. So make sure, Greg. I don't know what time yet. I'm putting out the schedule out. Just stay tuned. I'll try to put it in the chat room also, and I'll post it, and to make sure to give you guys enough time to be able to jump on once I go live. So stay tuned. Subscribe. Make your voices be heard. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for your support. And we are going to save our democracy. I promise you that. We just got to be strong. We're still going to go through some things, but we are going to save our democracy. And as long as we make sure we let our voices be heard, because that's the one thing. The second our voices won't be heard is when we lose it all. So as long as Lev remembers, you guys are with me, and we're going to get our voices heard, and I'll be here with you. I promise you. God bless every one of you. I'll see you later today.